Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Well, it's great to have you north of the border this week. It's the opening round action of the RBC Canadian Open. Hello all, I'm Luke Elvey. It's terrific to have your company as always here at 2K Sports. Alongside me in the booth is Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Quack and John McCarthy, following all the action. And Rich, before we get into all the action for this Canadian Open, just a few words on the wonderful St George's Country Club.
Boy, it's this is one of those places you love to come to. It's just one of those old school golf courses, you know, over 100 years old, designed by the famous Stanley Thompson, right downtown city of Toronto. But it's got such this old world feel about it. You know, it wouldn't be so different than like a Winged Foot type golf course with that kind of setting. It's just old school, and when you come there, you know it. There's not a lot of modern things about it, you know, and that's not saying anything bad about it. It's so old school that you know you're going to find penalizing rough. You know you're going to find small rock hard greens. You know that they're going to put a premium on pars. It's just one of those golf courses you can't wait to get to because you don't see them built like this anymore. It's such a treat to be at.
Stay on the cut stuff. Penny, what does his lie look like down there?
Oh, this is just unfortunate. So close to the fairway, but sitting really down.
You see that one just drip back on the flag?
Wow, did this come out beautifully. Got the muscles out there. Great shot from the lie.
Putting for birdie. He's currently tied for third. Rich, the second hole here at St George's Golf and Country Club, a long, strong par 4.
It is just around the 475-yard mark. This fairway does slope significantly left to right, so the drives can easily find that fairway bunker down the right-hand side.
Not a bad line, this one. From around 180 yards out. Launched way up in the air. This one's going to land pretty softly, I feel. This is looking pretty good in the air. That's inside the house of opportunity. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
And as we check in with the standings, they're currently sharing the lead with Hideki Matsuyama. The first of our par 3s at St George's Golf and Country Club. Beautiful looking par 3.
Yes, a narrow green, but very deep, bunkers surrounding it on both sides. This is a heck of a par 3.
Going with the 6-iron here. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for a par here. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Currently 2 under for the tournament. The first of the par 5s is the 4th hole, Rich.
Yes, this hole used to be a par 4, but was extended back in 1968 for the Canadian Open. It's a nice opportunity here to get a stroke back after the opening 3 holes, but watch out. This fairway gets tough to find with the slope that moves it from right to left. Landing area gets very narrow.
A thing of beauty. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's catch up with Tiger Woods, shall we? Only a few shots off the pace.
Oh, this one's looking good from the sand.
What a quality shot that was. And back to the play, shall we? Well, Rich, I never went to university, but Tiger Woods has basically been my thesis. The young man's 18 days older than I am, and it has been an absolute privilege to witness his greatness. What are some things that stand out for you in the legendary Tiger Woods?
I just think it's, I mean, you just look at the history of what he's done, where he's won, the number of times, the, you know, doing the impossible and doing it right in front of your eyes, like a magician, kind of going, well, wait, how did that happen? No, that can't be. And yet, time and time again, I'll never forget, I think it was the second time I'd ever played with him. It was actually funny enough, I was playing with him because I beat him at the PGA Championship in '02. Well, we go to the Grand Slam of golf, and it's the second round, and he's beating Justin Leonard, Davis Love, and myself by like 100 shots after, you know, 24 holes or something like that. I mean, he was just running us over. And we get to this par 5, and it's right back in the teeth, and I just absolutely busted drive out there. He hits one about 30 by me. I have to lay up, obviously, and the pin is kind of back right, water all the way in the front and to the right of this green. And he pulls out driver, hits it off the deck to about 6 feet, and I just kind of sit there and look at my caddy, and I go, how come you didn't tell me to hit that shot? And he just starts laughing because, like, we don't have that shot there, Rich. And it's just like I couldn't believe what I saw. I mean, normally you think he's going to hit out to the left or lay it up or this and that. He just takes driver and just whips this sucker right into the heart of the green about 6-10 feet away, whatever it was. And I'm just like going, I mean, it was really hard getting the grass out of my teeth because my jaw was just scraping along for so far walking down that fairway. I mean, that's one small fragment of the many stories people can tell you about what it was like to witness him playing in person when he was at his best.
John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
This putt looks like it's breaking right to left.
Was that a bit of a miss strike? And in it goes. Now leading by 1 shot. The 6th hole requires a strong tee shot here at this par 3.
This hole can play anywhere from 170 to 200 plus there, Luke. Don't miss it right or left, though. Those bunkers are nasty.
Playing the draw shot here. Looks to be going with the 6 iron. Oh, I don't mind the look of this one. In fact, this is looking fantastic. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. And after that hole, this player is currently in first spot with Hideki Matsuyama close behind him in second. Here we are at the par 4, 7th hole.
Awesome stuff. Wonderfully played, fought against the wind.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 5 under. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Reached the 8th hole, par 3 here at St George's. What a great looking hole it is.
Wow, this is a really cool little par 3. The green is not very wide, but it funnels in from both sides. However, you just can't afford to miss it short left in that bunker. That is a huge no-no.
Going with the 7. Well, this one's going right at the flag. That should set up another chance. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. John, have you got a good read on this one?
I think this one is going to be breaking hard to the left.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
3 feet to go here to the hole. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The 9th is a par 5.
Oh, Luke, that was a stonker there.
This is his 2nd shot.
This wind really starting to get up. That was well managed.
This putt is about 8 feet.
It's an eagle putt.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. As we make the turn, Rich, our featured player is out in front.
I got to say, every facet of this player's game was in great shape today.
Just putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich.
It's exactly what I've done. Nobody wants to see somebody laying up on a par 4 that's drivable. Pull out the big stick.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Well played. What an eagle. Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one. The first of the back 9 par 5s is the 11th.
And this hole we could call what, serpentine maybe, Luke? Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. However, don't get bit and leave it short right in that bunker off the tee, because you will be rattled.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
We've got 210 yards. Going with less club. Let's see how this turns out.
Trying to get to 11 under with this putt. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
This is about 24 feet for him here.
Well, that one's come off the blade with intent. Great speed. Oh, that's so cruel. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And it's a big 8-shot advantage for our leader as we head to the next hole. Welcome to the par 4 12th hole. Oh, that is crushed. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Okay, he's behind in this rivalry. Let's see what he can produce.
Great looking shot, this. That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Rich, every time we get the chance to wax lyrical about Tiger Woods, you think, how else can we sing his praises? How can we eloquently describe one of the greatest careers in the history of sports?
Luke, I don't know how you say anything more about Tiger that hasn't been said or written or shown. I mean, if you look at the history books, his name comes up a lot. And for good reason. You know, the numbers are astounding. The major victories are astounding. You know, this guy, it wouldn't surprise me if a spaceship came down and he decided to just walk on it and fly back to his home planet. He's just otherworldly like that. And the way that he's gone through his entire career and time again produce when you think, well, no, he can't do this again. Well, okay, yes, he can. It's phenomenal. I just got to say that I am so privileged to have played against the man, beat him once. I made it count, however, but I mean, just to play in his era was, I tell stories about it for my end of days.
Hole number 13, a par 3. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Not a bad play, that one. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary? I think.
And there it goes from the sand. Let's return to live play now. Trying to move to 12 under par with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Love it or hate it, it's a downhill left to right putt.
What a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And after that hole, this player is ahead by a whopping 10 strokes. That really puts the leader way out ahead of the rest of the pack, and it's only the first round. Let's begin the 14th. Yeah, that one will play. This shot is about 140 yards out. Should find the green. That is a goal shot in line with the hole.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
A look to get to 13 under par. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Looking better.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. Leading by a potentially insurmountable 11 strokes after that one. Not sure why I said potentially. Well, our leader has already bolted, currently way out in front of the pack.
Going and going and going.
From around 220 yards. It's a delightful little fade, that. Opting for the 5-wood. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
The rival is ahead of him. He needs to get something together here.
Could it be? And back to the course with the live action. And this putt to move to 15 under par. John, what's the line on this putt?
Pretty sure this looks like it's going to the left.
A bit long on that one. Always nice to have a birdie putt. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. Leading by a phenomenal 12 strokes after that one. Well, that really puts our leader way out in front of the pack now, and it's only the first round. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
If he makes this, he'll save his par. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Yeah, good job. Nice par. An extraordinary performance. This player is now 12 strokes in front of the field. that really puts the leader way out ahead of the rest of the pack, and it's only the first round. Couple of strong par fours to finish here at Stanley Thompson's masterpiece, St George's. Very good par four, the 17th.
It is. It started off as a par 5 and now just plays as an enormous par 4. Fairway does camber pretty good from right to left, so you got to challenge that bunker down the right-hand side off the tee.
Handy effort, that one. Oh, launch that one way up in the air. This one might land like a well-controlled drone. And he's safely on the green. This putt is about 15 feet to the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt's going to break to the right.
An opportunity to make a par here. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at minus 14 now for the round. Well, our leader has already bolted, currently way out in front of the pack. The finishing hole at St George's Golf and Country Club, Rich, is a strong par 4.
It certainly is that. It was originally a par 5 as well. It's converted to a long par 4 to make it a little bit more challenging for the Canadian Open. Plays uphill all the way to a steep green. And the beauty of this hole, Luke, is the magnificent clubhouse in the background.
This is his second shot.
That's the way to draw up a nice shot.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Oh, 13-footer coming up here. Ooh. Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts. Ooh, that almost went down. And needs this to finish the last with a bogey. And with that, he'll sign off on his round. Well, there you have it, Rich. At the end of the opening round, he finds himself in first place.
Not bad whatsoever, but still just the opening day. Lots of golf left to play. However, it does give you a little boost of confidence going forward, knowing that right now you're at the top of your form, your game is good, and you're in a good space.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.